I've been teaching AI since February 2026, and in that short time, I've already generated almost $5,000 in my AI business.
These plans, AI twins talking AI models, walking every single post, got the whole room watching. Used to feel stuck, now I'm building online. Digital products paying while I sleep at night. I learned these tools and I changed my life. Now the same system got my future looking bright. No camera fear, I still showed up anyway. Now my AI influence is working every day. Content on repeat while the sales come.
Hey, what's up? I'm Coach Felicia, and I'm going to be real with you from the jump because that's just who I am. No fluff, no fake lifestyle, just real talk from a real woman who has been through real things. I've been teaching AI since February 2026, and in that short time, I've already generated almost $5,000 in my AI business through AI services, one on one coaching, and digital product sales. And I'm just getting started. Now, before I get into showing you guys exactly how this works, I want to show you proof of what I'm talking about. Because I know when you're watching someone online, the first thing you're thinking is this real? Is this actually happening for her? So let me show you. You're going to see cash outs of $1,999, $937, $745, $708, and $621, all processed and paid out through my Beacon store. You're going to see affiliate sales of $88 and $35 coming in on top of that. This is real money. This is documented, and this is what's possible when you have the right system in place. Now, before I get into showing you guys how to do this, I want to tell you where I came from. Because when you hear my story, you're going to understand why I do what I do, and you might even see yourself in it. So make sure you watch this all the way through because by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how AI is creating real income opportunities for everyday women right now. How to use AI to build a business even if you're not techie, how to get focused and set up the right way, and how to start generating income even while you still have a full-time job, just like me. Even if you've tried other things before and they didn't work. So let's get into it. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was a teen mom. Let that sink in for a second. I was just a kid myself trying to figure out how to raise a kid. No roadmap, no real support system, no one sitting me down and saying, here's how you do this. Just me trying to survive day by day, figuring it out as I went. And on top of that, I was in an abusive relationship. So not only was I young and overwhelmed with a baby, I was also scared. I was trapped. I was trying to hold it together on the outside while I was completely falling apart on the inside. There were days I didn't want to be here anymore. And I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I went through depression so dark that ending it all felt like the only way out. And that was my reality. And if you've ever been in that place, that dark, hopeless, suffocating place where you can't see a way forward, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't need me to explain it. You already know that feeling. But God had other plans for me. I got out. I healed. Slowly, painfully, but I healed. And somewhere on the other side of all that, I found real love. The kind of love that's steady, the kind that stays. I've now been married for over 10 years to my husband. We bought our first home together. And I came into that relationship with two children of my own. And together, we built something beautiful, a blended family with three bonus children, five kids, a real home, a real marriage, a real life. That alone, that right there is a miracle. Because there was a time I didn't think I would make it to see any of it. There was a time I didn't think I deserved any of it. So if you're watching this and you're going through something hard right now, I need you to hear me when I say this. Where you are right now is not where you're going to stay. I am proof of that. But life wasn't done testing me. In 2018, I lost my job. I just walked in one day, a regular day, nothing unusual, and they let me go. Just like that. No real warning, no real explanation, just gone. And I want you to really feel what that moment was like. Because it wasn't just about losing a paycheck, it was about everything that came with it: the rent, the kids, the bills stacking up. The look on my husband's face when I had to call him to tell him what happened. That feeling in your stomach when you realize you don't know how you're going to make it. That moment when everything you thought was stable just isn't anymore. My husband was the only one bringing in income, and it wasn't enough to carry all of us. So we did what a lot of families do that nobody ever talks about. We lost our home. We became homeless. We bounced between hotels. We stayed with family when they had room. We stayed with friends when family didn't have space. And there were nights I will never forget as long as I live, where my husband slept in the car because there wasn't enough room in the places where my family was or our friends were. And he refused to let the kids and myself sleep out there. So he took it so we didn't have to. That's the man I married. And that's the life we were actually living behind closed doors. I say this because I want you to understand something. We weren't lazy people. We weren't irresponsible. We did everything we were supposed to do. We had jobs. We paid our bills. We took care of our kids. And still, one moment, one job loss, one unexpected thing, and it all came crashing down. That is the reality. So many people watching this right now. You are one paycheck away from a crisis. And most people don't realize it until they're already in it. We lived like that for almost a year. Almost a year of not knowing if we were going to have a stable roof over our heads. Almost a year of stretching every dollar, of feeling like we were failing our kids, of going to sleep at night, not knowing what tomorrow was going to look like. But we didn't stay there. We pushed through. We kept going. We kept showing up even when it was hard. And almost 4 years ago, we bought our own home. Our own home. We both got into better paying jobs. Life started to look different on the outside. But something shifted inside of me during that season that never went back to the way it was before. I was changed. I was different. And I made a promise to myself, a real, serious, I mean it with everything in me, promise. I said I will never, ever depend on one job as my only source of income again. Never. because I learned the hard way that a job can be taken from you in a single conversation. And when it's gone, if that's all you have, everything goes with it. So I started looking for something different, something that was mine, something that couldn't just be taken away. I tried MLM companies, I tried different side hustles, I tried this thing and that thing and the other thing. And I kept coming up short. Either it wasn't paying, or it wasn't consistent, or it just wasn't realistic for a mom who already had a full time job and 5 kids and a life to manage. I was tired. I was frustrated. I was starting to wonder if something different was even possible for someone like me. And then I found AI, and everything changed. This is the only thing outside of my regular job that has paid me consistently. Not a one time lucky thing, not a good month and then nothing. Consistently. Cash outs of over $1,000, $937, $745, $708, $621, affiliate sales on top of that. Real money hitting my account from real people who found real value in what I was offering. This is documented. This is real. And I want to show you exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. Now, let's talk about one thing that stops most people before they even get started, and that's mindset. I know a lot of people want to skip straight through to the strategy. They think if someone just tells them the steps, they'll be fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, the strategy means nothing if your mind isn't in the right place. Because the strategy is the easy part. Your mind is where the real battle is. I want to break this down into 3 layers because there's not just one thing holding people back, there are three. There's the internal battle, what's happening inside of you. There's the external battle, what's happening around you. And there's the logical battle, the part of your brain that's trying to talk you out of it with facts and numbers and what ifs. And until you address all three, you're going to keep starting and stopping. You're going to keep almost doing it, and almost doesn't pay the bills. So let's start with that internal. The internal battle is the war going on inside your own head. And for most of you, it sounds something like this. Who am I to do this? I'm not an expert. I'm not techie. I don't understand AI. Nobody is going to listen to me. There are already so many people teaching this. I started too late. I don't have the right setup. I don't look the part. I'm not smart enough. I'm not ready yet. Can I tell you something? I said every single one of those things to myself. Every single one. I was a teen mom who came from an abusive relationship and battled depression. I didn't have some impressive background in tech or business. I didn't have a degree in AI. I had a story. I had experience. I had things I had learned the hard way. And I had a genuine desire to help other women who felt like doors had been closed on them too. And that is enough. Your story is enough. Your experience is enough. You do not need to be the most qualified person in the room. You do not need to have been using AI for years. You just need to know more than the person you're helping. Think about the last time someone came to you for advice on something. a friend who needed help figuring out her budget, or a family member who needed someone to explain something that just wasn't clicking for them. You weren't a certified expert. You just knew something they didn't. And that is all this is. Here's what I need you to understand about AI specifically. AI is a tool, just like your phone is a tool, just like Google is a tool. The people who are making money with AI right now are not all computer scientists or engineers. They are regular people, moms, people who used to work 9 to 5s, beginners who learned how to use AI tools and then taught others how to do the same. You can learn this. And once you learn it, you can teach it, package it, and get paid for it. And here's what I want you to understand about imposter syndrome. It is not a sign that you're not ready. It is actually a sign that you care. People who don't care don't feel imposter syndrome. They just move. The fact that you're questioning yourself means you're taking this seriously, but you cannot let it stop you. The confidence you're waiting for does not come before you start, it comes after, every single time. You have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Now, let's talk about the external battle, because this one is just as real and honestly sometimes even harder to deal with. The external battle is everything happening around you. It's the people in your life who don't believe in what you're doing. It's the family member who thinks you're wasting your time on AI stuff. It's the friend who says, "Is that actually real?" Though every time you bring it up, it's the partner who's skeptical. It's the people who have known you for years and can't see you as anything other than what you've always been. I know exactly what that feels like. I know what it's like to be excited about something new and have the people closest to you make you feel foolish for it. To try to explain what you're building and watch their eyes glaze over. To have someone tell you to be realistic. And that one hurts the most because it's coming from someone who is supposed to be in your corner. But here's what I've learned: the people who doubt you are usually doing it from a place of their own fear, their own experiences, their own limitations that they've accepted as facts. They love you and they don't want to see you get hurt, but their ceiling is not your ceiling. And their inability to see what's possible for you does not make it less possible. You have to be careful about who you share your dreams with before they're strong enough to survive someone else's doubt. Because not everyone deserves access to what you're building in the early stages. Some things you have to nurture quietly until they're rooted enough that someone else's opinion can't knock them down. Get around people who are doing what you want to do, people who believe in what's possible, people who celebrate wins instead of questioning them. That is exactly why I created the Paid with AI community, because who you're surrounded by when you're building something new matters more than most people realize. And sometimes the loudest doubter is not even someone around you right now. Sometimes it's the voices from your own past, the person who made you feel small, the parent who said you never amount to anything, the relationship that told you you weren't enough. Those voices have a way of following us and showing up right at the moment we're about to do something big. Recognize them for what they are: old lies that were never true to begin with, and decide you are done letting them write your story. Now, let's talk about the logical battle, because this is one of the catches smart people. The logical battle is when your brain comes at you with what sounds like reasonable arguments for why you shouldn't do this. It sounds like, "I don't have time for this. I have a full time job and kids. I don't have money to invest right now. I'm not techie enough to figure out AI tools. What if I set up everything and nobody buys? What if I post content and nobody watches? What if I try this and it doesn't work and I've wasted my time and money? These feel like logical concerns, and some of them are real. But let me address them because I don't want logic to be the thing that keeps you from changing your life. You don't have time. I hear this one the most. And I want to ask you honestly, how much time are you spending right now on things that aren't moving your life forward? Scrolling, watching shows, things that feel like rest but are actually just distraction. I'm not saying you don't deserve downtime. You do. But most of us have more pockets of time than we think. 20 minutes in the morning before the house wakes up, 30 minutes on your lunch break, an hour after the kids go to bed. You don't need 4 hours a day to build this. You need focused, consistent time. And here's the thing about AI, it actually saves you time. It writes your content, it helps you build your products, it automates your responses. AI is literally designed to give you back time. So the tool you think you don't have time to learn is actually the tool that creates more time for you. You're not techy enough. This one I want to address directly because it comes up every single time when AI is involved. And let me tell you something. I am not a tech person. I did not grow up knowing about computers or software or any of that. What I found is that AI tools today are built to be simple. They are built for regular people. If you can type a sentence, you can use AI. If you can follow instructions on a recipe, you can learn these tools. The learning curve is not what you think it is. And when you work with me, I walk you through it step by step so you are never left feeling to figure it out alone. So you don't have money to invest. You don't need a lot of money to start. The platform I use has a free option. Creating content on TikTok and Instagram costs nothing but your time. The real question is not whether you have money, it's whether you're willing to invest in yourself the same way you invest in things that don't give you a return. Most people have no problem spending money on things that entertain them, but when it comes to investing and building something that could change their financial future, suddenly there's no money. I was that person, but I had to get honest with myself about it. What if nobody buys? Let me flip that. What if they do? What if the person who needs exactly what you have to offer is out there right now and you haven't shown up yet because you're afraid? You not showing up isn't protecting you. It's protecting the fear. The first step isn't to guarantee success. The first step is to show up and find out. And here's the bottom line on mindset. Your internal blocks, your external environment, and your logical objections are all real. I'm not dismissing any of them, but none of them are bigger than your desire to change your life. And none of them have the final say over what you're capable of. You do. Now, let's talk about the foundation of this business because the biggest mistake I see people make when they start trying to build income with AI is that they're all over the place. They're trying every AI tool they see. They're posting random content. They have no clear direction. They're reacting instead of building. And then they wonder why nothing is sticking. The foundation I teach everyone is this: one niche, one offer, one brand, one content strategy. That is it. Before you touch any AI tool, before you set up any store, Before you post a single piece of content, you need to be clear on these four things because AI is incredibly powerful only when it's pointed in the right direction. You can use AI to write content, create graphics, build products, automate your responses, and so much more. But if you don't know what you're talking, who you're talking to, and what you're offering, all of that power is just noise. Your niche is who you serve and what specific problem you can help them solve. With AI, there are so many directions you could go. You could teach people how to use AI to write content. You could help small business owners use AI to save time. You could teach women how to build an income stream using AI tools. You could help people use AI to create and sell digital products. The key is to pick one lane and go deep into it. The riches really are in the niches. The more specific you are, the more the right person feels like you are speaking directly to them. And when someone feels spoken to, they stop, they listen, and eventually they buy. Your offer is the one thing you're selling, not five things. One clear, simple thing. Whether that's a one on one coaching session, a digital guide on how to use AI to make money, an AI setup service where you help someone get all their AI tools configured, or access to a community where you teach AI consistently. Pick one and lead with it. When you have five offers, you confuse your audience and you confuse yourself. Simplicity sells. Your brand is how you consistently show up. Your voice, your energy, your message. People do not buy from businesses. They buy from people they trust. And trust is built when someone sees you showing up the same way with the same message over and over and over and over again. This is what makes someone go from a casual viewer to a buyer. Consistency builds trust. Trust closes sales. And your content strategy is how you attract your ideal person without chasing anyone. You create content that speaks directly to the pain your ideal person is feeling right now. You use AI to help you do it faster, more consistently, and at a higher quality than you could do alone. And every piece of content you put out works as a door, bringing the right people into your world and pointing them toward your offer. This is the foundation. Get this clear, and everything else falls into place. Now, let's talk about how AI specifically creates income because I want you to understand this is not just about using AI for your own business. There are multiple ways AI can generate money for you, and I want to walk you through them. The first way is AI services. This is where you use AI tools to provide a service to someone else and get paid for it. Think about all the business owners, coaches, and entrepreneurs out there who know they need to be creating content but don't have the time or the skill to do it consistently. You can use AI to write their content for them, create their social media posts, draft their emails, build out their lead magnets. You become the person who knows how to use the tools and you sell that skill as a service. This is one of the fastest ways to start making money with AI because you don't need a huge audience. You just need one client. The second way is AI powered digital products. These are products you create with the help of AI guides, ebooks, courses, templates, swipe files that teach people how to do something specific. The beauty of this is that once the product is created, it sells over and over again. Your store is open 24 hours a day. Someone can find your content at 2 in the morning, click your link, buy your product, and get instant access all while you're sleeping. That is money working for you instead of you working for money. And the third way is one on one coaching and mentorship. This is where you sit down with someone directly on a Zoom call, a phone call, a voice note session, and you walk them through exactly what they need to do for their specific situation. A lot of people just don't want information. They want someone to look at their specific situation and tell them exactly what they need to do next. That is what a one on one provides, and it is incredibly valuable. People pay well for personalized guidance, and you can start offering this even before you have a big following or a finished product. When you combine all of three of these things, AI services, AI powered products, and one on one coaching, you have multiple streams of income all built around AI. That is what I've built. And that is what I teach inside my program. Now, let's talk about AI tools, because I know some of you are wondering, like, what AI tools do I actually need to start? And I want to keep this simple because there are 1,000 AI tools out there, and it is very easy to get overwhelmed and end up doing nothing because you're trying to figure out which one is best. Start with ChatGPT. This is your foundation. ChatGPT is what you use to write content, brainstorm ideas, create outlines, write your product, draft your emails, write your captions, create your hooks. Honestly, the list goes on and on. If you're not using ChatGPT in your business right now, you are leaving time and money on the table. It's the most versatile AI tool available, and it is where I recommend everyone starts. From there, as you grow, you can layer in tools like Canva AI for graphics and visuals, tools for AI video creation, tools for automating your content scheduling, and tools that help you build and deliver your products. But do not try to learn all of them at once. Learn one, use it, get comfortable, then layer in the next one. That is how you actually build momentum instead of getting stuck in a cycle of learning without doing. And if you're scared to be on camera, I have great news for you. You do not have to show your face to build a business with AI. You can create an AI twin or a completely custom avatar using AI tools and use that to post content, grow your brand, and sell your products without ever turning on a camera. I have a full step-by-step tutorial on exactly how to do this right here on my YouTube channel. The link is going up on the screen right now. So check that out right after this video, and I will walk you through the entire process from start to finish. It is a complete game changer. Now, let's talk about content, because content is how you grow your audience and drive people to your offer. And this is where AI becomes your absolute best friend. The way you get people to your store without paid ads, without a huge following, and without spending money you don't have is through short form content on social media: TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. These platforms are built to show your content to new people, not just your followers, which means even starting from zero, you have the ability to reach thousands of people with a single video. That opportunity is real and it is available to you right now. Here is what most people get wrong about content: they post whatever they feel like posting with no real strategy. They post about their personal life one day, their product the next, something random the day after that, and then they wonder why their audience isn't growing and their products aren't selling. Your content has to be intentional. Every single piece of content you put out should be speaking directly to the specific person you want to reach and pointing them toward the specific thing you want them to do. And your hook is everything. The first 2 to 3 seconds of your video determines whether someone keeps watching or keeps scrolling. And ChatGPT can write your hooks for you. You can literally go to ChatGPT and say, write me 10 hooks for a video about how to make money with AI as a beginner. And it will give you 10 options in seconds. You pick the one that feels most aligned and you use it. That is AI working for you. After your hook, you deliver value. Real, usable, practical value. Teach your audience something about AI that they didn't know. Show them a tool. Walk them through a quick tip. Help them solve a small problem. And at the end, give them a clear call to action. Tell them exactly what you want them to do next. Comment a word and I'll send you the link. Click the link in my bio. Book a free call below. Simple, clear, and direct. And here's what I use to automate all of this. MiniChat. MiniChat connects to your Instagram or TikTok and automatically responds to comments on your videos. So when I tell my audience to comment the word paid, every single person who comments, that word gets an automatic direct message with the link to my store. I don't have to be sitting there replying manually. The system handles it. They comment, they get the link, they go to the store, they buy, and I get paid even while I'm sleeping, even while I'm at my day job, even while I'm with my kids. And the videos you post don't just get seen once, they get shown by the platform over and over again for weeks, months, sometimes years. I have posts from over a year ago that are still getting comments today. Every new comment triggers MiniChat. MiniChat sends the link goes to the store makes the sale. That is a system running on autopilot. That is how passive income actually works in real life. Now, let's talk about one on ones because this is the fastest path to income, especially when you're just getting started. A one on one is you and someone else on a call walking through their specific situation together. In my case, people hire me to help them get clear on their niche and offer, set up their AI tools and their store, understand how to create content that actually converts, and build a plan that fits their real life. You don't need a massive audience to offer this. You need one person with a problem you can solve. Price your one on ones based on the result you deliver, a session where someone walks away with complete clarity, a clear plan, and the confidence to move forward. That is worth $97, $150, $200, or more. Don't undercharge for your time and your knowledge. People who invest more take it more seriously and get better results. Own your value. Riri came to me for a one on one and said, "This one on one was so awesome. Canceled all confusion. We are now ready to go, fired up and ready. Thank you so much for working with me and getting me out of my own way. Blessings on blessings to you for helping me." She came in confused and left fired up and ready to move. That is what one real conversation with the right person can do. Paulina said, "Coach Felicia is awesome. I love the way she teaches and cares for her students. I would recommend this program 100% if you are looking to learn more about AI. She didn't just learn something, she felt cared for because I genuinely care about the people I work with. That's not something I perform, it's just who I am." And Tasha said, "She is excellent, very informative, short, simple, and straight to the point, just like the way I teach. Real women, real results, real 5 stars. Every single one of them started right where you are right now, watching a video, feeling overwhelmed, wondering if this is really possible for someone like them. It is. I promise you it is." Now, let me bring this all together because I want you to leave this video with a clear picture of what the path forward actually looks like. Here is the system. Step 1, get clear on your niche and your one offer. Who are you helping and what specific problem are you solving with AI? Step two, learn the core AI tools starting with ChatGPT and build from there. Step three, set up your Beacon store so you have a place to sell and get paid automatically. Step four, set up mini chat so your content automatically drives people to your offer. Step five, post consistent content that speaks to your ideal person and uses AI to help you create it faster. And step six, offer one on ones so you start generating income right now while your content and your store build momentum. That is the system. Real, simple, focus on AI, and it works. I started my TikTok on January 2nd, 2026. I've been going live consistently since February 2026. Almost 4,000 real engaged followers, almost 5,000 in income. And this is just the beginning. And this is my floor, not my ceiling. And yours can be too. So here's where you're at right now. Two options. Option one, take everything I just shared, go try to figure it out, how to put it all together on your own, and hope something eventually sticks. Option two, work with me directly. I get you crystal clear on your niche and your offer. I walk you through the exact AI tools you need and how to use them. I help you set up your store and your automations. I show you exactly what content to create and how to use AI to create it consistently. And I sit with you in a one on one and look at your specific situation and tell you exactly what you need to do next. No guessing, no confusion, no trying to figure it all out alone. Just a clear, focused path forward built around your real life. And if you're not ready to invest yet, start for free. I have a community called Pay with AI where I share AI tips, tutorials, wins, and real support for women learning how to build income with AI. It's free to join. The link is below. And if you're ready to work with me directly, book your free call below. No pressure. We'll talk about where you are, where you want to go, and whether it makes sense to work together. Either way, you walk away with more clarity than you came in with. And listen, if I can go from being a teen mom in an abusive relationship, from depression and not wanting to be here, from losing my job and living in hotels with my kids and my husband, sleeping in a car, to building my own consistent income, teaching AI and helping other women to do the same, then I need you to really hear me when I say this. You can do this. Not someday, not when you feel ready, not when everything is perfect, right now. Exactly as you are. With everything you've been through and everything you're still carrying, you can do this. I'm Coach Felicia, and I'll see you on the other side.
And the craziest part is I built it from the blue. I turned prompts into profit, pain into purpose. Now they watching Coach Felicia like how she really